Hi, this is Oliver Hines from metalunderground.com, aka Diamond Oz, and I'm very happy to say that we're here with Christos from Septicflesh today. A very famous.
Nice to meet you.
Yes. See, your English is better than mine. Well, welcome to London. Obviously, it's the second to last date of the tour today.
Yes.
So, why is it the last date is just one show in the Netherlands?
I don't know. This is agency booking. The agency booked the show, and they decided that it was the best route for the end to be the Tilburg show.
Okay.
There's not something behind that,
Okay.
Anything more serious than that.
Cool. So, boring question. How's the tour been going so far?
It's great. We had full pack shows, some sold out shows. We know the guys really well. We have all of us. We are very good friends, and this helps on this kind of tours. When it's very long. It's not an easy to tour for 2 months, but if you have a good company, the bands, the conditions are really great, then the time passes really fast.
Yeah. So, how did the tour come about? Do you guys have toured together before, or?
Actually, no. Mauricio is our management. He's our manager.
Okay.
And we know also Cataclysm really well. We toured in the US in 2012 with XDO, not with Cataclysm, but it's the same. And we learned about it now, but they're really good guys, As I said, this helps a lot.
Wonderful. So to concentrate on yourselves a bit more, obviously I guess you're still kind of touring in support of Titan at the moment, which I bought yesterday. It's a great album. I was watching some interviews earlier, and Seth was discussing the title, and so it's as much a representative as like a rebellion against the gods and that kind of thing. So would you say it's coming from Greece, you were able to draw from the ancient mythology to a more modern, comparison to modern times? You can see monsters and demons.
Like what? What do you mean?
Sorry, I mean, for example, like, if we take one of your countrymen, Yanis Varoufakis, the finance minister?
Varoufakis.
Yeah, he talks about the global minotaur.
Yes.
So, for example, like, you could use that to represent the finance sector or the European Union or something like that. So,
I'm not on this. If the question is about politics and how is Greece now,
you don't want to answer.
It's not. I'm not politics. I know that we have done mistakes, the Greeks. No one can dispute that our politicians were corrupted, our system was corrupted, and now we have to work in order to be a country that pay the taxes and everything. But it's important here that, to understand probably the Germans that they are the leaders of the European community, that we are not Germans. We need some time. We learn from our mistakes. We did mistakes, but to make so difficult, how to say, because we have a big unemployment, austerity, a lot of problems going on in Greece. We need some time in order to recap, and in order to develop again this kind of stuff. But as I said, we made mistakes, and we are ready to go on, to move forward and create a country that has a system that is not corrupted, with better politicians and in general better political system. That this is very important, but we need some time. We need some time. You know? It's not easy like that to change one country, you know.
Yeah.
Because this is the political system is nearly 30 years in Greece, and it needs time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I was wondering, given, like you said, that Greece is imposed, it has its austerity imposed on itself, and there's such high unemployment. When bands like yourself or Ryan Christ playing back home, is the ticket prices any lower than they would be?
We try to lower the ticket as much as we can. You know?
Yeah, because obviously you want as many people there. But
of course, it's one of our biggest markets in Greece. It's our own land, you know.
Yeah.
And but we know how is Greece now, and we try not to push the ticket higher.
Yeah.
You know? I don't think it's a good idea, and we also help the Greek bands. We as I would say the leaders of the Greek scene, Septicflesh, Orchestral, and that kind of stuff. We want the Greek scene to arise, you know,
Yeah.
and we need that.
yeah, to kind of be what it was. Yeah.
Yes.
But it's, again, I was watching an interview of you earlier, I think it was at Hellfest, and you were discussing the Greek market and how they don't really promote metal bands as such. They have like a, what you described as propaganda.
Not the Greek market, the Greek system, you mean?
The Greek music scene, kind of.
Yeah, you mean in general?
In general.
There is no place for metal for this system, you know.
No.
But as I said, now Greece has so many problems that I don't think they have time to change the musical system, the system of music there. You know?
It's more important.
It's more important than other things, but all this, as I told you, it's on the last 30 years. You know, the system promoted rubbish music, rubbish Greek music, I would say.
Yeah.
Of course, there is a qualitative Greek music, but the majority of the time, you know, in the TV, they play rubbish. I would say the TV now is a trust TV in Greece. There's not something qualitative with quality.
Yeah.
The majority is really trash, and there's no place for us there, you know. But we don't care, you know, because they never helped Septicflesh or Orchestral or the other Greek bands. We did everything by ourselves, and we continue as it is. We have our fan base, the Greek fan base, and we move forward.
So, a little bit more generally, where would you say, what countries are kindest to Septicflesh? Where do you have the biggest fan base?
I would say France.
France? Is that due to the label?
Due to the label, because so many years with French label, you know, it's natural this to happen. But we're going really well also in the US. US.
That's good.
And from you know, we did now, this week was the UK part of the tour. I have seen also that the British fans, very enthusiastic towards Septicflesh, and this is something we were very pleased about it, and we are looking forward again to tour the UK.
Lovely. I mean, I hope it's the same tonight, because London crowds have a bit of a stereotype that they don't get so enthusiastic because so many bands come through.
Well, I would say today will be a madness. You know, I played here, I played in Forum, in London. You know, I think it's enthusiastic, the crowd. You know,
good.
Especially, you know, the place here helps.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's always a bit crazy in the Underworld because of the pillars, so you can't not hurt yourself.
Yes, it's going to be a madness. You know.
Good.
But it's good for us,
Yeah.
for everybody.
That's the atmosphere that you want to generate with such extreme music, I guess.
Of course, we play extreme music. We don't play, pop.
Yeah. But speaking of the music, there's a lot more to it than being extreme worthy. I mean, of course, you said you're studying over here. You were studying classical music, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can hear a lot of the influences in the music, especially Titan and the Great Mass for that matter. And Communion. So with that background, do you kind of have more of a classical mentality when composing now, or do you still look at it as being the guitarist from when you were young?
Actually, I don't involved in the guitar writing for Septicflesh. As you said, these 3 albums for me represent the second era of Septicflesh, which the main, I would say, weapon is the use of the orchestra.
Yeah.
And the use of the orchestra is by me because, of my classical background when I studied here in England. This is a valuable, really valuable tool for us because we don't have to hire anyone. We are doing the orchestra, I'm doing the orchestra arrangements. I give them an orchestral template in order to add their music, or the opposite, they give me the metal parts and I orchestrate on top of that. We work like that, And about your question, yes, the classical background really helps, as I said, and orchestra will be always there for Septicflesh. I don't think we will change this because it's a weapon that not many bands can use.
No, it's a very unique set of ways.
Especially from when a guy from the band knows how to use it.
Yeah, instead of having to rely on outside.
Of course, we don't want to copy ourselves. We always search for something new, something to refresh our sound, and we will continue like that also for a new album after Titan.
Wonderful. Well, it's like you said there about the ever-changing philosophy. Septicflesh reminds me of Celtic Frost in a lot of ways. And the Celtic Frost album's always very different.
Because we are big fans of.
So am I. But if you take, say, Morbid Tales, that sounds nothing like Monotheist.
All of his albums are really unique.
Yeah, and I think Septicflesh is the same.
Yeah.
Mystic Places of Dawn doesn't sound anything, well, not anything, but it doesn't sound like the Ophidian Wheel, which doesn't sound like Revolution, DNA, and so on and so on. So, like you say, you want to keep this classical influence going now.
Of course, the classical influence is always there, but now it's more evident because of the use of the live orchestra. To use the live orchestra is amazing experience and important tool for in order to create something that gives this epic and majestic color in our music.
Yeah.
And as I said, we will continue with the use of voice.
Lovely. Have you been able to perform live with a full orchestra?
No, at the moment no, but we shall see. We had some offers. They were not so serious, but we are looking forward for it. But I don't think that can happen very soon. At the moment, we have other priorities, like composing the new material.
Okay. Well, I was going to say, speaking of new material, since you've returned, there's been an album every 3 years.
Yes.
2008, Chameleon, and so on and so on. So, can we expect the next Septicflesh album next year, or are you hoping to get it out?
It will be out probably 2017. I don't know when, or early, or in the spring time. But as you said, every 3 years we will release an album. After that, we have some shows in Athens, our main show in Athens. We have a show in Tel Aviv, Israel. We have a show in Malta, and then we'll focus for the new album. In summer we have 3 festivals: Metal Days, Brutal Assault, and one big one. I would say now. And we don't want to
pressure yourselves.
Yes. We don't want to do many festivals now. We keep them for next year.
Well, I saw you at Grasspop last year, and this is how well you went down. I went to buy one of your T-shirts right after you played, and it already sold out. So I'm hoping to get one tonight. So do you have ideas at the moment for the next album, or titles, or just risking around?
very small, ideas, very small motifs, but nothing, that you can build.
Yeah, nothing.
Because when you have more motifs, you know also how the sound will be.
Yeah.
You understand? But we don't have so many in order to say that.
Wonderful. Right, well, I'm sure you're bored of talking to me now.
No.
But I'm going to let you get back to
My bus.
your bus. Yeah. Get away from us. Septicflesh, somebody.
Thank you.
Take care of yourself.